Hey Taurus, Trishna here. Welcome to your August 2019 Success and Abundance reading. So, what I'm feeling for you is I feel like you are actually in a pretty, mostly good, positive place. So, I know in the past month or so, we've been talking about how you really need to slow down, and you finally hit that point where you are kind of forced to slow down. And I feel like there's like two sides to this. So, on the one side, I feel like, it's actually been really nice slowing down. I feel like you're enjoying it. It's like, you're still moving at a faster speed than the rest of us, but you move at a really fast speed when you're at your normal pace. And so you're at a slower speed, but it's still faster than the rest of us. But your current speed, which is slower than your normal, but faster than the rest of ours, is the equivalent of our speed, the normal person speed of stopping and smelling the roses. So I feel like you're really stopping and smelling the roses, you're enjoying the time, you're working on a hobby that you enjoy, and you're really trying to make the most of it. So I feel like there's that element, but I also feel like there's this other side of you, which is feeling a little bit antsy. It's like when you have a lot of work to do and you're really, really stressed and you're kind of getting really overwhelmed, and then somebody pulls you away and says, okay, you need to step away from this, you need to relax, you're not going to make any more progress on this if you continue to stress yourself out and work while you're stressed, you need to go for a walk. And then they pull you away from your work and you go for a walk, and it feels nice, but you also really want to get back to your work because it's still on your mind, you're still overwhelmed about it, and you're feeling really antsy. And it's almost like, okay, so how long do I need to go on this walk for? Like, is it time? Like, can I go back to my work? Are they going to let me, or are they going to make me walk more, longer? So I feel like there's this combination going on within you of stopping and smelling the roses, but also feeling a little anxious, having a little bit of antsiness of wanting to get back to your life, wanting to get back to work. And like I was saying before, I think that there's some kind of time situation happening with you where you really can't do what you need to do. Like you're almost being forced to slow down for some reason. Maybe there's an opportunity that you're waiting on that's not here, or maybe there was something that you already wrapped up. And so now it's like, now what? So you're kind of in this mode of having to like sit and relax. And so it's good for you. I think we talked about this in the August videos. This is good for you. It's positive for you. You really need this. It's important for you. It's good if you want to have long term success and be able to be that committed work ethic workhorse for longer periods of time. You're going to need a hobby that carries you through so that you don't overwork yourself and then end up burning yourself out. So this is positive, but I know you're feeling a little bit antsy. And so, really, the guidance that I'm getting for you is like, whenever you're enjoying this hobby or whatever activity that you're doing, go ahead and enjoy it. The moment that you start feeling antsy, I would recommend that you just sit and do nothing. Or go make some tea, drink it, and do nothing. And just do that until suddenly you feel called to do something else. And the reason why is because when you sit and do nothing, you can't go back to work because you are in this time bubble where for some reason you're not in a position, or things aren't set up to where you can actually work on the things that you want to work on. So you have nothing to really do. There's nothing that can move you forward at this point in time. So whenever you're feeling antsy, just sit down and do nothing, because there's no way you're going to go ahead to work and then burn yourself out, because it's just not in the cards for you right now. So if you just sit and do nothing, eventually you're going to get bored. And eventually you're going to get some kind of inspiration to go do something else. And then once you get the inspiration, once you start feeling excited, like, oh, I want to do this now, go do that. And then do that, whatever it is, hobby, whatever it is, hang out with friends, whatever it is. Once that starts to get Once you start getting antsy doing that, where it's like, yeah, I'm really enjoying it, all of a sudden it's like, but I really want to work on things. Once you start feeling that antsy feeling again, go back and do nothing. Go back and make some tea and sit down, drink it, and do nothing. And then wait, just lie there and wait, or sit there and drink and wait for as long as it takes until all of a sudden you're like, I'm bored. I want to go do this. And then suddenly you have a new inspiration. Now, the inspiration may be the same as what it was before, or it may be something different. Whatever it is, go ahead and follow it. And I think just keep repeating that, keep repeating that, keep repeating that, because you don't want to be in a place where you are forcing yourself to have fun. I think it's better to force yourself to be bored so that then you're doing nothing and you're a lot more open and receptive to a new inspiration coming your way that can lead you to something else that will, make you feel happier when you're doing it, versus making yourself do something so that you can be happy. Like, be bored and then let some inspiration come in of something that will make you happy. Like, let it come to you versus you kind of forcing it upon yourself. And I also want to say that I am feeling like for some of you, maybe an activity that would be useful for you, or maybe a category of activity that could be good for you is something where you do something with your hands. And I'm kind of being shown knitting or crocheting, or is it embroidery? I don't remember what it's called. It's like when people have these little circular pieces of cloth and then there's like a pattern in it, and then you kind of like thread into the pattern and it becomes like this nice little piece of artwork basically that you've sewn. So I'm not sure what that's called. Is that embroidery? Maybe something like that, or if you like pottery, maybe something like that, or if you like sculpting, go get some clay and just do something with your hands. I feel like that could be good for you. Like it can pull you into the moment better and be more enjoyable, and you get invested in the art. So, in August we talked about how you're finding a hobby that is going to be something that you really enjoy and that's really important for you. If you haven't found your hobby, maybe try one of those, something to do with your hands. It doesn't have to be one of those, but something to do with your hands, woodworking, soldering, I don't know, whatever it is for you that involves your hands, because that, like, I feel like that incorporates a lot more of your senses and can pull you into the moment more and bring more of that smelling the roses situation for you, because you're focused mentally, you are visually seeing it, you get into concentration mode, you're also touching it and feeling it. And I feel like it involves, more of your senses. A lot of us don't really do a lot with our hands. No, that's not true. But some of us may not do a lot with our hands, and so we kind of forget the kind of zen that can bring us. Like Zen gardens, just raking those Zen gardens just brought a lot of calm and peace of mind and enjoyment and pleasure in the moment, because like you were doing an action, but it was a very, very calming action that kept you very focused. So maybe that's something that you could try if you haven't found your hobby, or if you're looking for a new one, or if you've been doing your hobby but you're feeling a little bit antsy, maybe you could try one of those. So I hope this was helpful. I feel like you're in a really good place. I'm really happy that you're able to slow down. I know that it can be difficult. I know it can be difficult to slow down. I don't have that on a regular basis, but there have definitely been points in my life when I was pulled away from doing something because I was so stressed and I was just like forcing it to happen. And then people were like, you need to take a walk, or you need to go do this, or you need to, I don't know, whatever. And then I went and did that and I felt so much better. So, for you, it's a little bit different. It's like you're being pulled away kind of by universal forces. Like the timing just isn't there for you and you're having to do other things. And so you're being pulled away from your work into relaxing things, but then you get antsy about that, and then now you're having to pull yourself away to just do nothing. So, yeah, but I think that this is a really good place to be in. Stop and smell the roses. I feel like you're actually pretty happy. There is this antsy aspect to it, but I feel like for the most part you're pretty happy, and I think that sitting down and doing nothing will be kind of calming for you. That's not something that you do. I think it'll be good and fun and will inspire you to do other things. So, yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope this was helpful. I hope I earned your like and your subscribe, and I will see you in my next video.